I just can't get hyped for Dragon Ball Legends. I'm sorry. I just can't. A lot of people have been asking me to talk about Dragon Ball Legends, which is the new mobile game for Dragon Ball from Bandai Namco, but I just don't see it. At least not yet. If anything changes in the future, I will probably make videos about it, but at this point, I'm not gonna cover the game. First of all, I'm not a big mobile gamer in general. I just don't play a lot of mobile games. I've played a couple in the past, but they're mostly games that start and finish somewhere, and usually you pay for them, like $5 and here's the full experience. Second, Bandai has a terrible track record when it comes to mobile games, with pay-to-win mechanics and all that stuff. You just look at the most recent games that they've released, the Dragon Ball Dokkan game, the Naruto Ninja Voltage, the One Piece Treasure Cruise. All of them have microtransactions that speed up your progress. Sure, you could get the same stuff if you spend a crazy amount of time playing those games, but it is a pay to win because you buy stuff that actually affects gameplay. You get stronger by putting money into it, and there's no end. Like, if you told me that, okay, if you spend $20, $60 even, and you're gonna get everything that you would get at high level, that's great. But what these games feel like is that you put some money in, you feel powerful for a couple of hours, and then later you just feel like you have to do it again because the stuff you got is no longer valuable. And this type of mobile game really pisses me off, because it's a bottomless pit where you just shove money into. And honestly, Bandai Namco has no incentive whatsoever to change their ways, because those games, despite their exploitative mechanics, they are crazy successful. So Bandai is just gonna keep doing that. Dragon Ball Legends is not going to be any different. The hype for anything Dragon Ball related is always out of control. And with the recent success of Dragon Ball FighterZ, like, finally they made a good Dragon Ball game that everyone just thinks is amazing. Sure, Xenoverse had its fans, but Dragon Ball FighterZ just captivated a whole other audience. And this created some goodwill towards Dragon Ball games, towards Bandai Namco, that now they are going to take advantage of it. Now that we are in love with Dragon Ball games again, they are totally going to take advantage of that by putting out another mobile game, which is another reason why I just can't get behind it. It just feels dirty. Feels like a very strategic corporate move, just meant to make more money for Bandai Namco, and when games just become all about money, I just feel disgusted. I can't wrap my head around it, I just can't. But I get why some people are optimistic. It does look better than the previous game, it does look better than Dokkan. Granted, the standards were pretty low, but it looks better, and it's a step in the right direction. It's an action game right now. You play it in real time. You swipe right and left to dodge moves, you swap up and down to move across the battlefield, and then you tap the cards to attack. It looks great, right? What they don't show you is that there's your big fat finger on the screen covering most of the action, so sometimes it might be hard to react to what your opponent is doing. But whatever, maybe that's something that just bothers me personally. Every time I played an action game on a phone, it's like, my finger's covering the thing, but my finger needs to be there for me to control the character. And for the first time, it's actual PvP. You're not fighting avatars or AI made from other players' data. You're fighting real people in real time from all across the world. And I believe the technology, I really do. They got Google behind them. They're going all out in a way that I haven't seen them do with a mobile game before, actually. That's exciting, that's very promising, but you know what's coming, right? You have to know what's coming. We've seen this time and time again. What we're gonna get is a slow progression where you unlock cards or characters very, very slowly, unless you put some money into it. You start paying them money and you get better cards and better characters out of, I don't know, loot boxes or whatever they're gonna put in the game. And if the whole progression is tainted by microtransactions, I just hate that. I think it's so hypocritical when people criticize this sort of mechanics in AAA games, in PC games, in console games. But when it comes to mobile, everyone just turns a blind eye because that's just the way mobile works. To me, that doesn't make any sense. How come the previous Bandai Namco mobile games didn't come under fire just like Star Wars Battlefront did back when it came out? Because they're free games? I mean, there are free games that do that stuff correctly. They let you do microtransactions for cosmetics and stuff like that. Bandai Namco games were never like that. They always give you stuff that affects gameplay directly. I was so surprised when I saw that YouTubers were hyping up this game so much. And because other YouTubers have done it, now people are asking me to do the same. I saw RhymeStyle, and well, RhymeStyle is hyped about pretty much anything, so I guess that wasn't as big of a surprise. But when I saw Afro Sanju, man, that was surprising, because Afro Senju doesn't just swallow anything Bandai puts out. I don't know if that's fake hype or not, but I mean, it looks legit. He looks legit into this game. But I gotta ask, man, these people have worked in video games for a long time, or they have worked in YouTube covering video games for a long time. They've seen these games come and go. They've seen everything that Bandai does with their games, all the mechanics, all the exploitation that exists. Is there an expectation for this to be any different, or do they just not care because the game is that promising? I say this all the time when talking about a new game that I am not optimistic about. I hope I'm wrong. I seriously hope I'm wrong. I hope this game is the best game ever made. I hope this game revolutionizes the mobile genre and everyone looks at it and it's successful and they see that there's another way of doing this stuff without being pay to win. But I can't help but look at the past and what they've done, and seriously, there's no motivation, absolutely no reason why they would do things differently this time, because this system makes them money. And hey, if you are a fan of previous Bandai Namco games that I mentioned like Dokkan or Treasure Battle, please don't feel offended. Like, if you're into it, go with God. This is just an explanation as to why I'm probably not covering this game, because a lot of people are asking me to. With everything we do on this channel, be it speculation or analysis or whatever, we always try to look at facts. We try to look at what the developers, the publishers have done in the past, what's their track record, and if there's any reason to expect the best out of something, or if we should actually expect the worst. That's just the way I'm used to thinking about video games, and it has done well for me in the past, and that's how I'm gonna keep doing it. I like being optimistic, I really like hoping for the best, but in this case there's just too much going against it. One of our sponsors asked me if I would try this game, and I said, yeah, I will try it, but if I'm not into it before release, making videos about it is a little bit hypocritical. I'm not gonna put a fake hype face in front of the camera and talk excited about new characters being announced or whatever. What I will say positive about this game is, first of all, the technology seems amazing for the PvP battles, and the art style is really, really good. Every single character card has a unique design that I'm just loving so far. I'm just not optimistic when it comes to the actual game, everything around it. Also, at some point during that press conference when they revealed the game, they said something along the lines of, the producer loves Nappa, so he might be overpowered. If he is, that's his fault. Ha ha ha. You don't joke about balance in a pay-to-win game, guys. You just don't. Either balance is a valid concern that you have going forward, or it's not, but you stay quiet about it because you don't want people accusing you. Balance does not seem a concern in Dragon Ball Legends, and with all of that, I hope you now understand the reason why I'm not hyped about this game and why I'm not covering this game. I haven't covered mobile games in the past on this channel, and I don't think I will until I see some significant change in the mobile market. But that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching this video, folks. Here are a couple of other videos about not mobile games, and as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.